So, Happy New Year's, everybody, and I was hoping not to be here. I was hoping to start off the new year on the right foot, but it's what Dr. Well and I have talked about in the direction that this month is going to take on. And unfortunately, we ended last year with high numbers for people passing away at COVID-19. And today is troubling. We have 3 people that passed away in Albany County last night. A woman in her 70s, a woman in her 60s, and a man in his 60s. To the 3 families, my prayers and condolences go out to you and to everyone that's lost a loved one. That brings our total up to 226 people that have passed away from COVID-19. We still have not felt the full effect from Christmas. We talked about that. I talked about TSI and all the traveling that was going through all the airports, not just here in Albany and not just in the state of New York, but around the world. And the amount of travelers and people meeting people and having COVID-19 fatigue and the vaccine being here, which is all great things. And the reality is that we told people it's still here. Even though you're tired of it, you can't be tired of the COVID. It's around us, and you have to protect yourself. And, and if not just that, you got to think about the workers. The nurses, the doctors that have to go into a hospital and take care of people, the police officers, the firefighters, the EMS, all the essential workers that every day have to go out every day to make life simple for us, and our water purification districts, DPW, DGS. I could go on and on and on. Our court systems that have to stay up and running. So not only are you just protecting yourself, you're protecting the people around you, and especially the people on the front line. The vaccine's going to take time to get out, and you have to be patient, and we need more buy-in from people. But again, my prayers and condolences go out to the 3 new families. To start off the new year like this is tough enough, and after the year we had in 2020, but to start off 2021 this way. So again, my prayers and condolences to the families. As of today, there's 11,784 cases of COVID-19 in Albany County to date. We have a net increase today of 346 positive cases since yesterday. This is easily the highest single day increase we've ever seen. The next highest day was 269, which happened on December 24th, and that wasn't even close to today. I can assure you, I felt bad bringing my staff in here after talking to Dr. Whalen, texting back and forth and looking at these numbers and having 3 people pass away. And what we said from the beginning, we're easily going to be in the 300s starting the first of the year. For the doubters, it's the people that sit there and say we're being alarmist, we're scaring people. We're not just trying to scare you. I want you to forget about 2020, to move on, and be positive going forward, but do the right thing. Wear your mask, cough into your arm, clean your hands, stay 6 feet apart. And the people that want to just go on and hate what we're doing, please, you won't have to see me. I won't have to come here. I won't have to be here if you do the right thing. We need buy-in, and to the people that are doing the right thing, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yesterday, we had 256, and the day before that, we had 213, and you can see how rapidly we jumped. And it's probably going to be alarming for the numbers tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Our 5-day average now is alarming 258.2 positive cases. Yesterday it was 220.2. There are currently 3,169 people are under mandatory quarantine. Yesterday that number was 2,956. Of our new positive cases, we've also now have 58 had close contact to a positive case, 1 reported traveling, 24 are healthcare workers, and 263 don't have a clear source of infection at this time. I remind people, stay patient. These are high numbers for our health department to deal with. They're working hard. They've been working hard for over 9 months with every other agency in our nursing homes and our jails and everyone else, but it takes time. So please be patient. We've set people to answer the phones, rollover, answering services. We're trying to keep up with it, and it's been tough. So be patient when you call. Hopefully someone picks up. If not, we have an answering service and we will get back to you. But again, you can help us help you by writing down where you were, who you think you were exposed to, who you think you exposed, who lives in your household, and who was around you that wasn't in 6 feet, and what stores you visited, restaurants, wherever you're at. That can help us by writing that name down. You can take a screenshot of it, you can text it to the person doing the investigation, and you can make that process go that much quicker. As of today, 38,027 people have now completed quarantine. 10,054 tested positive for the virus and had recovery, which is great numbers. There's an increase of 253 recoveries since yesterday, which is also good news. Again, what we've been watching, which has been startling, the amount of Albany County residents going into the hospital every day. We had a net increase yesterday of 17 new hospitalizations overnight. There are now 114 people currently hospitalized from the virus. We dropped down from 120 yesterday, and the day before that was 129. Albany County's hospitalization rate has been trending up to a recent peak of 8.34% 2 days ago. Then it dropped back down to 7.29% yesterday, and now it's down to 6.59%. Like I said to you yesterday, we are working with the hospitals to relieve that pressure valve of hospital beds, ICU beds, and most importantly, the surge that, and don't take my word for it, go to Albany Med, go to the World Health Organization, go to CDC, go to the state DOH, go to the governor's site. You will see that we are bracing for the worst month of January. And I didn't want to start your New Year's. I want people to be positive and do the right thing. But we have to be ready to brace for overcrowding and not having enough room at hospitals, which I can assure you the governor's been addressing around the state of New York. There are now 21 patients currently in the ICU. Yesterday it was 20, and this number has been hovering around 21 to 20 for the last 4 days. In the Capital Region, hospitalizations beds went slightly down 25% from 26, and the ICU beds still remain just around 19% in that neighborhood right there of beds available. Going back to our daily positive cases isn't just that there's a high number of positives that are alarming. The Capital Region's percent positive rate is one of the highest regions in the state of New York. The only two other regions are the Mohawk Valley and the Finger Lakes. Our 7-day average has been 9.2%. 9.2. And if you look across this county, it's even worse. Against this country, across the country, it's even worse. The United States now has more than 20 million COVID cases since the outbreak started. According to the New York Times, half of those positive cases were identified after remember this, half of it was identified after November 8th. I continue to urge everyone out there, please wear a mask. I know people don't believe in it. Wear that mask, save a life, save your life, save a loved one. And if you don't love anyone and you just love yourself, that's okay. Wear it to protect yourself. Stay away from people. Cough into your arm, clean your hands, and stay 6 feet apart, and we'll get through this. We need to do this to stop people from getting sick and spreading this. Again, I hopefully everyone made the right choice last night. Hopefully people didn't go out and about. Hopefully people didn't have huge parties at their house. I know we are monitoring some of them, but please, hopefully you did the right thing. To that age group of kids that we continue to identify between 20 and 29, actually up to 40, that number has leaped and bound. Yeah, we know you don't have signs and symptoms, and thank God. Look around this country. Look at the death rate it has had on people under 40, under 30, even under the age of 10, even here in the state of New York. Please think of them. And what you're doing is being selfish because you're infecting your parents or your grandparents or your aunts or your uncles or somebody in your group that has underlying health issues that's not going to say, hey, I'm a diabetic, or hey, I got high blood pressure, or hey, I got this problem going on. We need you to do the right thing. And to the kids that want to play sports, I get it. but we need you to do the right thing too. And it's time to hunker down these next couple of weeks until that vaccine gets out to everyone. As Dr. Whalen said yesterday, we're going to be setting up a pod next week to start getting shots out in conjunction with the hub at Albany Med, and more hubs going up the week after that. But it's going to take time. Anyone over the age of 65 with underlying health issues, get identified by your personal doctors, and so we can get noticed. You can get it to Albany Med through their website so we can identify you. Like I said yesterday, we have over 65,000 seniors over the age of 65. It goes 1A, 1B. 1B is going to be police officers and other essential workers and people over 65 with underlying health issues. So if you're one of them people, or you think you have an underlying health issue and you're over 65, go see your doctor. You don't have a doctor? Go to urgent care. Go to a place that you can go and find out if you do, so you can get on that list to get the vaccine. Sadly, I said this early on, and I got criticized by some little radio station, and I said we were going to be in this probably to September. I don't like being Debbie Downer, and I don't like telling people what they don't want to hear, and I'm not here to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you the reality of the world that we're in. And if you want to get through this, to embrace it. It's a new journey for everyone. It's a new experience of what the world looks like, the workplace looks like, what your house looks like, what your friends look like, what just social gathering. It's a lot to comprehend. But if you go to every website and you go to the World Health and CDC and Albany Med, you go to Albany Med's website, it tells you 6 to 9 months before this vaccine, enough people get vaccinated to stop this. 6 to 9 months. So brace for it. It's here. And I know I'm going to get criticized with the people that to get on Facebook or email me or whatever social media site and doubt what we're saying. Educate yourself then. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. I don't know how many times I have to say that, because we'll only get through this by working together. So if you have a better way of handling something, or you think is it, put it out there. Please, I challenge you to that. It's easy to criticize, but remember what I said time and time again 9 months ago. Your actions today, you're going to regret. So if you had any New Year's resolution last night, think of it this way. It should be being part of the solution, not the problems. And again, the way you act and the way you handle a situation and the way you engage somebody. Trust me, when this is over with, and the world will get back to a norm by the end of the next year, or this year, excuse me, you're going to reflect back on your actions. And trust me when I say this, it's going to eat you alive. How do I know that? Being mobilized in the military, being in Iraq, fighting in the war, your actions that you did or soldiers did or whatever you did bothers you years later. Trust me. And what you do today will bother you. So do the right thing. Be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem. Come together as good New Yorkers do, or Albany County residents, or Capital Region residents, and make it happen. Please. We continue to urge people to follow the signs when it comes to the vaccine. We've heard from countless health experts that it's safe and effective. For now, the best tool we have to beat back this virus is still getting tested. You can go to our testing sites at the Whitney Young for appointment. It's free if you don't have health care, 518-465-4771. We'll cover the cost. Everything else, Albany is free. The governor Cuomo has set up around the state free sites. They don't charge you. There's no excuse. If you don't have transportation, we have Whitney Young. We have mobile walk-up sites. So we can take care of that. Again, if you want to go through Albany, the number is 188-364-3065. And also Price Chopper, CVS, Priority One, Walgreens, Central Med, and plenty others. Go to our website at albanycounty.com to see where the testing sites are, age groups, all that stuff. Please take the time, read it, wait times, and get it done. And we can turn around. We get this turned around. We can get in the right direction by working together to get through this. So the other thing that I established very quickly, it was the second day of March 13th, is we set up with Dr. Jean, the team at Mental Health, was our mental health providers to be there for people, to listen to them, to help them get through this, especially people that don't normally go see somebody, a psychiatrist or whatever. to have that means and access. I can't thank them workers enough. And someone asked me why I did so quickly. I go, well, when you're in the military in the war, we do have doctors set up for these reasons here. Same thing, and that's what we're doing. We're fighting with COVID-19 in the way society is. But I want to remind people, they're there to help you. They're there to help you through your issues. And regardless if it's small, large, big, it doesn't matter. They're there. Please, we've been getting a lot of complaints from the people answering the phone that people are being hostile with them, screaming at them. They're not there for that. They're there to help you. And I know sometimes it feels good to scream, kick, cry. Trust me, I've been there for the last almost 43 weeks, and I can assure you there's times I want to cry, there's times I want to scream, there's times I want to jump out of my skin. But they're there to help you. They're not there to be yelled at. So please, it's our first time, and it's been going on for the last 2 weeks for whatever reason. It's been alarming to the point that I have to say something. It's a free service we're providing in Albany County. These workers are there on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And again, you can call there 7 days a week. And it's available 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 518-269-6634. Please call. And again, it's different for everyone. Everyone handles pressure differently, and we can get through it. So also our 24-hour sexual assault hotline number is available, 518-447-7716. Our 211 and our New York State hotline is always available for people. And, they can, you can get it done. 211-888-364-3065. And again, please, people, stay safe out there, do the right thing, and we'll get through it. And we'll get through it together in a partnership, leaning on one another. Happy New Year's. I'm sorry I had to do the briefing today. I did not want to. I didn't want to drag my people in here, and they probably sure as heck didn't want to hear from their boss last night on New Year's Eve, talking to him all night. Though, Cam, I do appreciate it, Mary and Dan Lynch. And, it was his anniversary, and I can assure you, we were the last one after working 7 days a week around the clock with each other. To my staff, who's been so dedicated, Mike and everyone else that's always been here. It's logistics to come in. It takes a lot of work, and I have to give them the credit. I'm just reading their notes, going through it, and talking about where we want to head. So thank you for everyone that you do, and sorry again to spend your New Year's like that. And to everyone, and especially the people that lost people, do the right thing out there, stay safe, and we'll get through this.